Today, I get to say something that I've been wanting to say for a very long time. After a lot of hard work, we've finally been able to release an n8n node for Xano, so that you can go ahead and use Xano as your backend and n8n for all of your workflows connecting the internet together, and it's never been easier to build. And today, I want to show you how you can leverage Xano. What this looks like is a scenario where we're going to receive a ticket. This ticket's going to be categorized here in our n8n workflow, and then we're going to send it to Xano for further processing. We'll compare it to some SLAs that we have in our database so our agent knows how to actually proceed with that ticket. And once that's done, it'll send it right back into our workflow so we can do whatever we need to with that data. So no headers, no code, just a node. And I want to show you how it works. So getting started, we really only need two things. We need a Xano instance and we need an n8n workspace. We'll go ahead and get started by taking our credentials from Xano and bringing them into n8n. Then we'll take a look at this workflow, how it works, how the data flows, and the nodes connect. And then we'll take a look at Xano, the database, the agentic workflow. And then we'll conclude by bringing the data back to our webhook. What we'll need to do first is access our instance screen and find our instance here. The instance we're building with, we're going to find this gear. We'll click it, and this panel will slide open. We'll select the metadata API. And here at the very bottom, manage access tokens. You can see I already have an n8n access token, but to create a new one, we'll just say this is our n8n token. And we have the ability to change the scope and how long it expires, and we'll just say never, and click create. We're going to want to go ahead and copy this to our clipboard, but what we're also going to want to do is access that actual instance. Our URL changes up here, and we're just going to want to make sure we also copy this as well. So these two pieces of information are necessary to set up our credentials in n8n. Back inside n8n, I'm going to click on my personal, I'll select credentials. You'll go ahead and create credentials. You'll search for Xano, you'll find our X here, and then inside what you'll do is just fill that base URL with the URL we just copied, and then that access token with the access token we just created. Go ahead and make sure that your connection tests successfully, and then we can go ahead and save. So back inside our workflow, how does it work? Well, we're going to start with this webhook receiving data from that ticketing platform. Then it's going to be sent here to our agent, and this agent is going to go ahead and classify the ticket with an OpenAI model. We can go ahead and open it up, and you'll see here we're basically just saying to our agent, go ahead and classify this with these categories. We're going to then go ahead and search a row, because what's happening is that webhook's going to receive an email. We're assuming in this emulation that the data coming through will always include a user email. So we'll make sure our Xano n8n workspace is selected here in our Xano node. We'll make sure that the resource is set to table, operation, search row. We have many different operations, but this one's searching. Then we're going to go ahead and make sure we have our users table selected. So this here is going to allow you to select between your tables. And this is the syntax here. We're going to go ahead and email, and then we're going to search using that JSON data from the previous step. So great, awesome. Now, if data is returned, perfect, we'll create a support ticket, but if it's not, we'll go ahead and create a user. It's set up the same where we have, of course, the workspace. Then what we're selecting here is the create row operation, and then the table name. So for our users, and then we just set up the parameters and fill it in with the data that comes from the previous step. And then we have our create support tickets, where the main distinction here is it's set up just like the others, but we're actually going to be taking a look at a different table, the support ticket table. So we'll be adding a ticket here at the end of this run. And so this is what happens in our flow, but then once Xano gets it, it processes it in its agentic workflow and then sends it back to this webhook so that we can do whatever we need to do with it. So we want to go ahead and test this. Inside Xano, I've created a function, and it's just going to send data to this webhook. I'll go ahead and execute this workflow, and then I'm just going to go ahead to my function where it exists. I'm going to click run, and I'm taking this data here. That's just a JSON payload and sending it to this webhook. So clicking run starts this process, and if we head back to our workflow, we can see it working. So it's going to create that user. It's going to create the support ticket. While it's running, I do want to go ahead and listen for that response. So I'm going to make sure that this execute workflow button has been clicked. But now let's head back to Xano. Here is an overview of all of the tables within our workspace. Our escalation rules, it holds all of the data that our agent uses to make a decision. Then we have our support tickets, and we're going to save the support ticket that's being sent over. We have the ticket history for logging, and then the user, of course, that we created. So our support tickets here, this table is going to hold, of course, that support ticket. And this is how everything triggers. If we go up to the top right, we can see this triggers here. You can, of course, always create a new one, but we already have one created, so select it and find support tickets on n8n. Go ahead and select it open, and we can see it's pretty simple, where what we're going to be doing is just adding a record to our ticket history. That's our new record.id and new record.user_ID. And then we're going to go ahead and call our agent, this support ticket processor. You can see here the arguments we're setting ticket_ID. Well, we're passing in the new ticket and its ID. So we'll click save, and in the event that you want to go ahead and develop similar to n8n, I want to go ahead and just take a look at how this agent works. And I can do so by clicking this support ticket processor, blue text here. It brings me to my agent. I'll go ahead and see the details overlooking the agent. So I'm going to be using the Xano test model here, and I can see down below all of the tools that are connected. So on this agent screen here, I can select prompts, and we'll see that we have a user prompt accepting the ticket_ID and a system prompt. Basically, well, it's describing its job to the agent. So it's going to analyze the incoming ticket, find the user based on the email, apply escalation rules, determine if the ticket should be auto-resolved or escalated, send the result back to n8n via webhook, and then once sent to n8n, update the webhook sent to true. We have a list of tools that it has access to. And, well, it's going to go ahead and use them when it sees fit. Now, how does it know which tool to use? We can go ahead and select these tools, and we can go to our settings to just see that there are tool instructions for each tool. Now, when we go ahead and run it all of this is going to be happening through that trigger. This agentic workflow going to process and then send the n8n webhook. And when we open it up, we can see that the URL is going to be an environment variable. Similar, as we set up the credentials in n8n, we can do so for Xano. So looking at its response, we can go ahead and see that it did respond. We can go ahead and open it up, and this is what we're seeing. It has the body of category feature request. It's been escalated, and it's been escalated to a priority of medium. What we're looking is it's going to be at the product team. And what we're seeing is that it's been sent to the standard queue. So of course, depending on your logic and what you're looking to do, you have ultimate control to route this ticket. But we can see that the entire pipeline here works from beginning to end, where we're going to go ahead and receive information from any ticketing platform. We'll be able to use n8n in whichever capacity we want, whether it's to classify information or just be an automation bridge. We can then use Xano to store all of our data and run any of the complex business logic and backend logic that supports any of our business operations. And this is how you go ahead and set up your n8n node and use Xano within your workflows. Go ahead and extend your automations with Xano, and the world's your oyster. Happy building!